$80. 80!
Is this worth it for you guys? So, okay. So, this topic flabbergasted me. I have to talk about it. It is Nintendo related, and Nintendo, of course, is in hot water right now. Probably will be for a good while over the Switch 2. But, you know, I've been watching other content creators, especially Mario Kart creators, to kind of see what they are thinking about all this stuff. And, you know, we have $80 Mario Kart. And in watching, you know, content and stuff, it looks fun. And personally, I haven't really played Mario Kart before. I have a feeling of wanting to give it a go. Like Deluxe or, you know, this new one, jump into it. You know what I mean? Just play cool new Nintendo games. But the game is $80. And I say all that because I know it's not the case for everyone, but for a majority, including myself, that's way too expensive to, like, casually pick up a game to try out. Of course, I'm sure a game like Mario Kart, like, it looks great. It really does. The game looks great, but it is just Mario Kart at the end of the day. And for $80, it's not much. It's not crazy. And so, a lot of people, at first, after the Direct, were of course like, hey, that's ridiculous. But then Doug Bowser and others were like, wait, don't worry. Wait until the Mario Kart Direct. You will see things, this is not a quote, but you will see things that will blow your mind, and it will be worth $80, I promise you. No, but yeah, they basically hyped it up a bit, and like, I think I and others were very curious to see what they had cooking in there, like what the Direct was gonna unveil, because it's, you know, not quite fair if they have another Direct coming to, like, judge extremely harshly. But then they had the Direct, and to my surprise, it was only like 15 minutes long, and it had no new info. It had nothing. It was just, you know, the Mario Kart commercial again. And I think it's wild. I kind of want to talk, like, that's crazy. What I mean is, basically, you know, free roam in the game is cool. There's new cool additions. There's, like, a rewind feature. Like, that stuff's neat. But I think a lot of people are like, it's not worth $80. And I have to say so, too. And coming from a casual fan, let's say, the perspective of, like I said, trying to get into new games or new franchises or new things has a steep cost now, potentially, going forward. Games were already expensive, but I do wonder if we're going to be entering this realm of, like, I really want to play this game, but I don't want to spend that much in case I either don't like it or I only play it for a little while. You know what I mean? I don't see what in this game has justification for the pricing. I'd be curious to hear about Mario Kart fans who, of course, if you're a Mario Kart fan, I'm sure you're gonna obviously get the game anyway and you don't mind what price it is, but like, maybe some are starting to feel that strangle. I usually have Pokemon content on the channel, occasionally branch into Nintendo, but yeah, Pokemon games, as some may know, it's not worth that price. They are an outlier of games, like, in a horrible way. I think that stuff is gonna affect it long term, and I think that's gonna affect, you know, fan bases growing and things long term as well, if it is kind of gate kept by crazy pricing. I think pre-orders are back up. We had a scare there, now it's coming, but all the accessories are expensive. The Switch 2 stuff is not ending, but it's just so bizarre. And when I'm like, I want to talk about this because it's so bizarre that Direct was like a nothing burger. I mean, that's the joke. The joke is that the Direct was a nothing burger, except, you know, the burgers in the game. There's like a cool feature of being able to drive through the drive-thru to get like a little snack, and then it changes the outfits and stuff. Like, it's really cute. I really like the game, you know, and I'm sure it's really fun to get into. But I wonder who made this decision to, like, push out the Direct like this. Did Doug Bowser watch the Direct before it aired? Like I was sitting through this Direct and being like, oh gosh, this is only 15 minutes. What's gonna be happening here? And then as like minute 2 turned into minute 5, and we just see repetitive content, nothing really new, more Mario Kart things, just stuff we've seen in the original Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Just kind of waiting, like, okay, what do they have cooking in this game? We've already learned about free roam, we've learned about costume stuff, we see that, yeah. And then they're like, it's like minute 10, and where you get the rewind feature, which, I'm sure that's phenomenal for those wanting to practice their skills in Mario Kart, but in a real race, I have to say, it seems so funny that this is just maybe a go last place button. That's my job. I know I'm simplifying it, but like, to me, it's like a go last button because you can rewind, but everybody else in a race does not rewind, obviously, or else it would probably break the game like Scarlet and Violet level. You know what I mean? Which is horrible. Glitches all the time. Yeah. I wonder who's making these like direct decisions at Nintendo because, like I said, they definitely didn't. If this was all that was in the game and stuff, they did not need to make another Mario Direct, a Mario Kart one at least, right? Like, don't you think it could have been in the original presentation? Or, like I said, don't hype it up. And I am just kind of baffled. And I think a lot of other creators and people are baffled too on like the thing of, why is this $80? Because, Tears of the Kingdom came out at $70 and it was explained and like emphatically explained to where people were on their side and understanding. There wasn't really uproar, I would say. There was some, but like, yeah, the game made it worth it with content, with everything. And so a lot of people going into the Mario Kart thing are like, okay, it's $80. Like, what could possibly be within this game that makes it higher than like Tears of the Kingdom level thing? And like kind of nothing, I gotta say. Don't get me wrong, maybe someday I'll pick up the game eventually. Same with the Switch 2. I'm definitely in the camp of, we're not getting that this year, I don't think. Personally, I'll wait until I have to, but yeah. And of course I feel bad saying like Mario Kart's not worth $80. There have been some baffling decisions on like what to present during these directs or games, and like it just feels sometimes just so out of touch. It's crazy. Like, that's why I'm trying to share this experience with others who have watched it, being like, what was that? I mean, I would have at least expected something like, hey, I know it's $80, it's expensive, but we're gonna be like funding this game for the next few years, or like we're gonna be, on it with content. And yeah, it just is wild. To where, why buy Mario Kart World when you can just get 8 Deluxe? If you want to grow your franchise and customer base, you have to make things accessible to a degree. But it's been cathartic talking about it or watching things about what others have to say. Like, when I watched this baffling Mario Kart Direct, it kind of reminded me of the Pokemon ZA like trailer thing showing off of the game, like on Pokemon Day, I believe, where we got like zero info on new megas, on new anything, on basically we just had, our shots of the game and then the starters. The starters were the main big reveal, but like nothing else. And I had to wonder, like, why hold back? And even in this, I think after the original Switch 2 Direct, it's like, why hold back on your Mario Kart stuff? If they're holding back and there is a Direct, it must be so much more. And yeah, it was just crazy to see a 15-minute Direct that was just another commercial for the game. Like I said, I mean, it's Mario Kart. It doesn't really need a huge commercial, but I just feel bad for, some people who might not be able to afford the games and stuff and get into it and like make these decisions. All in all, the game looks really fun, of course. I think that goes without saying. Most Nintendo games are polished and really great, output wise, but it just sucks to see kind of like getting hyped up a bit and then it being a nothing burger essentially. And just bizarre that that was the outcome, to where it's kind of worse with Nintendo. I mean, it was bad before with Mario Kart being 80, but after that Direct, it's kind of like, okay, this is criminal for some people. I'll probably maybe someday get the game, but like I said, it's branching out into other franchises or games might be difficult for some people, and especially like YouTube stuff too. A lot of content creators are, griping about it because it's really, impacting the job and stuff as well. When things are super expensive, it's tough. I don't know. I'll save up my someday I'll get it, probably a year later. But I just had to talk about it. That direct was wild. I have to hear what other people think too, because that's why I wanted to kind of do the video of just recapping, because like I was shocked that it was kind of hyped up and then it turned out to be pretty much nothing. Yes, it's open world, but how far is that gonna get? Is that $80 worth? I don't know about that. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe. It really, really helps the channel. I really want to do more content and reach more people, so your help is super appreciated, of course. But yeah, thank you again. Bye-bye!